Nagabenta ki khubor baman kasni pet but subscribe ya u Antor News.
Meghalaya tourism, which we so proudly wear on our jersey. I hope our association continues for as long because we're so happy to have you. And it's it's not just about another association. It's because you stand for the right reasons, the right causes, and we're very honored to have you. So thank you so much. And to all the artists out here.
Blay pi baro kini kilong ki khubor bom takasngi palat sans pangut ki samlana kelyang ka jela kila syakhot sungba shibanta jong ki skim baper bat ki program bala pentre da katna sport and youth affair ka jela men kasngi palai shushu katna sport and youth affair ka jela kala pelai da ka talent identification whatsapp but mai but elite pathway program EPP ha ka jinyalang bala penlong da katnat sport and youth affair hani hu ban rakhe ya ka jindon sap jongki samla ka jela ha ki liang ka kam yele kai bat kiwe kate ka program ha ka star program banwat ban kyntiew ya kisap yele kai jongki samla ka jela khat sa hoja sans pangut ki samla ki blawan ban sya bishar ha ka talent identification program kabala pendon kam da ki kor sain banlap ya ki noile kai kibadon bha ki sap lingba ka EPP ars pangut ki noile kai ki lali sya ga jin kai pentibet basisnem da ki kam basisin lai banai bat ke jin kai lingba ki application ha ka ni ka jela jong u arajar apsawat apsan hadu Shipo hajar ngut ki noi shimbenta kan kato kat ni ki de ki badang hendus nam karta kin syak bishar hapo katalan identification program pat ars pangut ki noi le kai kin le ya kasikan EPP kam hadu ars pa khanda punyungut ki noi le kai bat ki coach ki layo ya kasong pisa ba ndrepu pralak baro lang shushu la ai kusnam song pisaru syakinoi le kai kiba yora takma haki lampung ile kai ba per ya kanik program kala pun songkun da kajinya don lang menteri ramba kajela u konrad ki sangma u chief secretary kajela u ba DP walang ka director katna sport and youth affair Isha Wanda lalu but working president ka MSOA uba John F. Karsiang.
A round of applause as the Talent Identification Phase 3 and Elite Pathway Programs 2024-25 has been launched. As we watch these balloons soar high above, let us be reminded of the limitless potential within each and every one of us here. See with a bouquet of flowers as a token of love. A round of applause. The next felicitation goes to... So without delay, may I humbly request our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri President Meghalaya State Olympic Association to kindly deliver the inductory speech.
That if the state has to move forward, we cannot continue with the same kind of governance approach that we had been having in the past. I'm not blaming anybody, nor am I saying what they did was not correct. Everybody has a style of functioning, and I had my own thoughts. And hence, when we came into the government in 2018, we were very clear that rather than looking at departments and looking at schemes and focusing on implementation of schemes, we need to focus as a government on the beneficiaries and what is it that we're trying to achieve by implementing these schemes, and what is it that we're trying to achieve by these different departments doing the different works that they are doing. Now, why is that important? It's important because administration and governance is so complex that while we are focusing on the different rules and different schemes and different programs and policies, we actually forget what is it that we wanted to do. And therefore, we need to keep reminding ourselves, what is it that we are trying to do as a government? And hence started a very long process of us reforming our entire outlook. And we said we will go as per the stakeholder approach. And who are these stakeholders? These stakeholders are our youth. Our stakeholders are the women of our state. Our stakeholders are the farmers of our state. So like that, the entrepreneurs of our state. So whatever we do as a government, it must impact and be beneficial for the youth. And that's when we came out and we realized that for 47 years, the state government of Meghalaya had been running different sports and youth affairs programs without a policy. And how can you move forward without a policy? Because then you don't know what you want to do in life. You need to set targets. You need to fix a vision, a goal. And then you need to be able to define the process and the route with which you will achieve those goals. These are basic principles for any organization to be able to lead or reach to a desired goal or objective or vision that they have. And hence, the youth became the center of our policy making. The youth became the center of our approach as to what we need to do. It was not the schemes anymore. It was not the programs anymore. It was not the officials or the politicians anymore. It was what is good for the youth of our state, this government will do. And that is why, if you've noticed in the last 5 to 6 years, the policies we created, the programs that we made were youth-centric. I remember as a youth, I was 21 years old. I just finished my undergrad from University of Pennsylvania. I thought I'll come back to my state, to my country, because my father told me, you can go and study in the US, but you better come back. My only condition is you will come back and you will give back whatever you have learned to our people, is what his condition was. I still remember. And I came back. And I was so excited to start my own business. And I was working and working and working, and I just looked around everywhere. And there was nobody to help me. There was nobody to even guide me. There was no schemes of the government. There was nothing that would motivate me to actually start my own business. There was no enterprising ecosystem or an entrepreneurship ecosystem existing in our state and the country also. To be among the top 10 states in the country, it cannot happen with Conrad Sangma or DP Walang alone. It can only happen if the state, if the people, and especially the youth, become part of this goal, of this objective, of this mission that we have. And that is why, friends, youth is at the center of the policies that we make. That almost close to 50% of sports infrastructure, 50% of the sports infrastructure, close to 40 plus, almost close to 50% of the sports infrastructure that is there in the state today, close to 50% was created in the last 3 years alone. In the last 3 years alone, close to 50% of the entire sports infrastructure in the history of the state was made in the last 3 years. Out of the 5 Meghalaya Games that has been held in the history of our state, 5 Meghalaya Games only, 3 of them were in the last 5 years. And now it is going to happen every year. For the first time, it was this government that introduced the sports awards and was felicitating and rewarding the medalists in the state games or with the national games or any other national competition that is there. It is this government that started giving scholarship to our students who are getting medals in national games and in national competitions at different disciplines that are there. We give scholarship to these students so that you're able to continue your studies, get money to be able to invest in different sports and programs and buy maybe equipments that you need. May not be enough, but at least it is a support that you're getting from the government. And yes, if necessary, we will do even more.
God has given me this opportunity to serve the state, to serve the people, and to be able to make this small but maybe significant difference in the lives of the musicians of our state. And so we are very happy, and maybe you can say the grassroots program that we're having is maybe one of the most satisfying programs for me, because I really see and feel the impact that it has, and to be able to make a difference in the lives of our young musicians and the youth in general really gives me a great sense of satisfaction, I must say. Second, of course, the music scene is very different today from what it was during our times. And I still remember, trying to figure out the notes of, some lead that had to be played once again and again and again. And, we all, to save the battery, we used to rewind it with pencil and all that stuff. So I'm sure you guys remember, some of you will remember those moments. And today you have YouTube, where you can just learn the keys, the solos, which we used to struggle to just even get a note of what it was. And of course, we didn't know what scales were. We just used to play as per whatever we could understand. So that the landscape has changed. There's a lot of technology now and a lot of opportunity there. And really, I would want our musicians to now start engaging at that level with the use of technology, with the use of different tools, and taking music to a new level. And therefore, it's a great time to be a musician. You have access to a lot of support from the government. You have a lot of access of technology today that can help you really, improve. But yes, there are some gaps, and I would be happy to listen to some of you. If not today, then you can always write to me. I am a very accessible person, I can tell you. And you can always share your ideas and thoughts on how maybe we could improve this particular program and make it even better. But I was sharing with Cyril and some other people the last program that we had. So you may not know this, but like we have come out and Mr. Banerjee has come out with this book, The Songs of Our People. Similarly, just about a week back, we had come out with a book on the treks of Meghalaya. So the natural trekking routes that we have, people actually don't know those treks. So we made a book on the trekking routes that are there in Meghalaya. We made an app where we could somebody could download and see those particular treks that are there and actually walk those treks. And we trained about 113 guides by taking them to different parts of the country and training them about what trekking is, what tourism is, and how they could create a livelihood out of all of this. And when I was there in that program, I mentioned to our tourism director that while we are providing the skills, it is also important to provide the tools to be able to then implement those skills. For example, as I was saying, that suppose they are trekking somewhere and maybe the tourist who the guide is guiding decides to actually stay over in the forest and say, well, can you spend the evening in some nice location? And they don't have the tents with them. Or say suppose the tourist wants to have a nice cup of tea or coffee and they don't have the tools to provide the tea and coffee. So I was saying, while the guides are guiding Meghalaya tourism, which we so proudly wear on our jersey. I hope our association continues for as long, because we're so happy to have you. And it's not just about another association. It's because you stand for the right reasons, it's right causes, and we're very honored to have you. So thank you so much. And to all the artists out here, keep living your dreams. You're very fortunate. In my time, I probably didn't have the support of governance and of systems and of structures to help me in my processes and my dreams. I always wanted to be a football player and I could not become one. Today you've got the opportunity where the Honourable Chief Minister, being a musician and a fantastic musician himself, is here to promote and push each one of you. I would say, take advantage of this situation, make the most of it, go out there, play your hearts out, enjoy this art and this talent that you really possess, and have a great time. So thank you once again to all of you. God bless you.